Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today, still on the lager chain, and reviewing some craft lagers. This is another Danish beer, so also part of, I guess, actually I should jump on that bandwagon, but a lot of Danish bloggers are calling this hashtag craft beer aid. They're using this hashtag to get, and they just ask other bloggers and whatnot to do it. And use it just to get attention to, spread attention about supporting local craft breweries instead of the big breweries during the COVID-19 crisis. So, yeah, I think so. That's probably something we should try and put in the tags of this video or something. But support local, support craft beer. We got loads of Danish beer coming in the next few weeks. Because I've ordered a good amount of different Danish craft breweries beers online because that's one of the best ways you can support them. So this is from Gamma Brewing. I did a live stream some of you guys might have seen, which got demonetized because I talked too much about the stupid thing going on in the world right now and cursed too much. So it was not spread out at all. It was silly. But I tried a can of their Big Doink Gamma, the fresh batch. It was freaking fantastic. So good. One of the best Danish double IPAs. And actually, funny enough, when I made the order, Gamma was kind enough to just chuck in a lot of extras, more so than I ordered, which is very nice of them. So thanks a ton to Gamma. So we have a good amount of their stuff to try. But this one I really look forward to because simply the label, and it's a Pilsner. So this is Gamma's Extra Natural. Look at that. That looks like Gamma's interpretation of an American macro label. I fucking love it. And now I curse, so maybe this will get demonetized too. It's crazy the censorship on YouTube nowadays. If you speak too fast, though, I realize that often the whole filter, whatever the censor thing they have in, won't pick it up. So we're just going to speak real fast. No, this is a 4.5%. They call it Pilsner, but I take it it's kind of their interpretation of American Pale Lager. The interesting thing, though, is it says it has barley, oats, and wheat on the label, but on their web shop where I bought it, it says it's made with rice and maize and Pilsner malt. So only Pilsner malt, rice, and maize, which is what I'm going with. I think a lot of times these spiels of ingredients and whatnot often end up being just a copy-paste on labels. In general, for a lot of breweries, we've had mistakes like that too. We did a barley wine, and it said it had 1 unit of alcohol, and it was 12%. That's not the case. But this is 4.5%, as I said, and with those ingredients, it would lead you to think to American Pale Lager, but it's hopped with Saaz and Hallertau Blanc hops. So Hallertau Blanc is a more modern German hop, one of the Hallertau variants. So I think we're going to get a more expressive hop character. But pouring out, and also finally, I get to pour a Pilsner into the Gamma Brewing glass. I mean, this is from Gamma. I think I've used it for Pilsners before, but from Gamma, using a lager from them, which is awesome. Because this is kind of the Bitburger Pilsner glass. And I freaking love that they decided to go for a glass like this as one of their range of glassware. But it looks great in the glass. It looks a lot like the palest lager I've had in a while. I mean, it definitely looks like an American Pale Lager when you look at it. It's like this very, 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 very light golden. Very similar to Cherish the Day, actually, in color. Lightly hazy. And a little bit of a white head, but nothing too crazy. But let's check out the aroma on Extra Natural. I mean, it reminds me of Natty Light done in a Budweiser style label. That's funny. Let's check out the aroma. Yeah, Hallertau Blanc kind of presents itself for sure. Nothing crazy, but it has a little bit of that kind of almost like white grape kind of vibe you get from that hop. But otherwise, it's super light smelling, kind of like an American light lager. It has this sweet cereal grain. It smells like an even lighter hop version of Cherish the Day from Alvarado Street, actually. Just with a different kind of hop combo. That was Nelson. But yeah. Ooh, there I got a nice kind of amount of grassy, slightly spicy hops. And then there's also a very nice, slightly sulfuric, kind of sweet, bready kind of character. It's like sulfur from the yeast paired with the sweet malt, the Pilsner malt. But it's very easygoing and light smelling, that's for sure. But it smells nice though. But definitely more hoppy than your average pale lager. I can't remember, what was the last American light lager I did? might have been like Miller Lite. It's definitely more hop character than that. But yeah, let's try it, guys. Cheers. It should have. Much more substantial hop character on the flavor, especially compared to the aroma. That's interesting though. I think it's also the glass. This is maybe not the best glass for the aromas, but I just think it's freaking cool. So sweet malt, super light malt backbone, some grassy, leafy undertones. It has a slight, you can get that from hops, like just a slight vegetal hop note, slightly. There's something in there for me that's like vegetal, kind of like maybe not cabbage or corny, more like a green leafy hop vegetable type thing. I get that sometimes with like hopping on some beers, some IPAs and some, yes, mostly actually IPAs. I get like almost like a vegetal hop matter thing, like the plant matter from the hops, leaving like a slightly vegetal kind of vibe. And I get this lightly, which is putting me off a little bit, but otherwise it's got some nice flavor. Grassy, peppery, spicy, sweet malty. That's the only kind of little thing I have to say about it that I don't like too much. Other than that, I think it's nice. I'd say it's like, if you did, it's something similar to Cherish the Day from Alvarado. Like an interpretation of an American light lager that's substantially hopped, and they actually put some effort in. It tastes like something like that. But that being said, I'm going to give it a little bit of a knockoff in grade just because that kind of like vegetal hop thing, I'm not too into it. It doesn't necessarily taste specifically like DMS, even though it could be that. It could also, I think it's most likely the hops because they've put a lot of hops in it. But yeah, it's just a little bit. It's still really refreshing, easygoing, and drinkable stuff. I'm thinking like an 85. It's a nice lager. It's nothing like mind-blowing and crazy, but it's just really nice and easy drinking. And I thought it was fun to give a go, mainly because of the label, and also because I think it's fun to check out different craft breweries' lagers. So if you guys had a chance to try the Gamma Brewing Extra Natural, let me know what you thought of it. And yeah, thanks a ton to Gamma for throwing in a few extras too. You guys are awesome. It will be fun to try. I think after this, I'll probably try the collab you did with Sudden Death. I think it's called Death Vision or something like that. It will be fun to try that one. Again, support local breweries, guys. Check out Gamma Brewing. Check out other Danish breweries, and also, of course, your own local breweries. Also, like just web shops, wherever you can, buy beer online. Now that you're not supposed to go outside and bottle shops are closed, buy beer online. Support your local breweries. It means so much more to most. Of course, it means a lot already, but right now it's something the breweries need, and it means a lot to both brewers, as myself, and in general people in the industry, because right now is the time that we need you guys the most. Because if we want a very great beer scene when this whole epidemic is done, we need to support breweries, local breweries, small craft breweries, independent businesses now. So with that spiel done, stay tuned for more Danish themed craft beer reviews. And more lager as well. I've got more lagers in the works. It's crazy. I'm just gone nuts with this style. And yeah, guys, as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'm going to say cheers. And see you guys in another video.